Marriage has no formula. Do you believe that to be true or false? Welcome to the Couple Binders channel. I'm Lucy Nantome. This is my husband, Ronald.
I think all of you have heard that saying, which people have often used during weddings, when they're speaking to each other, that, marriage has no formula. Our marriage has failed to work. Marriage has no formula. Stop telling us about this and that my marriage is going to work. There is no formula to make marriage work. Things make themselves.
Yeah.
Things don't make themselves.
Yeah. Marriage has a formula. It has been laid down. Many in the Bible, right from Genesis through Ephesians, the Lord keeps giving us formulas that can make your marriage work.
True. If you look into Genesis chapter 2, the formula was very clear, laid to us. Man shall leave his parents, man shall leave his father and mother, and be joined together to his wife, and the formula is live and cleave and create oneness. That's a formula.
Yeah.
That if you don't create oneness, definitely
your marriage will suffer.
Yeah.
And many of in our engagements with many couples, some of their conflicts, some of the things they are struggling with are because they've not left. You're married, but you're still consulting. Before you make a decision, you first consult your parents, you first consult your friends, you first consult before consulting your spouse.
Some actually leave, but they don't cleave.
Yes.
So they don't split to really go and join. And then they don't work on building oneness. So they're in that one thing, but they're not one. It's me against my spouse. Some are even in competition.
Yes.
Who has more degrees, who has more money, who drives a better car between the husband and wife. And those are all areas of that shows you that there's actually a formula. Ephesians chapter 5 puts it very clearly for us. Submit one another out of reverence for Christ. And it goes and lays down the responsibilities for us in marriage as the husband and wife. A husband, what does it say?
Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church.
That's the standard, and that's the formula. As Christ loved the church. Not as Romeo loved Juliet. Not as the way your singer taught you that you're going to, or your koja taught you, all the way you saw your parents do it. As Christ loved the church. That he laid down his life, is sacrificial, and then he presents himself. The more the church tortured, the more the church rejected, the more the church failed to appreciate that love, the more Christ loved the church. And that's what the husband should do. If you do that, that's a formula. So the more your wife is not really showing up for you, love her into submission. I think the deputy speaker one time said something like around that, love your wife into submission. Yeah. And then what does it tell to the wives?
First, before you leave that point, love your wife not as you see on Instagram. Sometimes we look at the social media and we get lost in it. The brands, the way people are showing love for each other, and you think that's the measure. The measure is as Christ loved the church, and Christ's love is sacrificial.
Yeah.
You are going to have to sacrifice many things. So that's a formula also.
Mm-hmm. And to the wives?
Wives, submit to your husbands.
As
the church submits to Christ. Exactly. The church is supposed to submit to Christ. Not
without
as saying
question.
I told you. Not as your culture says you should submit. Not as, submission has been made an ugly word because people have used it to subjugate others. It's like a power play. But submission is not bad.
Yeah. We submit to Christ, not that he's a dictator. We submit to Christ out of love. You feel this so much love, and you're like, I'm going to submit to him. Yeah. And that's how it should be in a home. The wife, submit to your husband. Position him. Pray for him that he's a good leader. Pray for him every day that he finds he grows in his relationship with God, so that he uses his authority very well.
Yes.
And then so that you can submit to him very well. Those are formulas that really work.
Yes.
And in marriage, and there are other formulas. Be kind. The Bible has guided us. Be kind to one another.
Yeah.
Speak with a heart that is gentle.
Don't let the sun go
Yes.
down on your anger.
Treat the man, treat your wife as she's a queen. I think somewhere in First Peter, like she is that precious gift that God has given you. So all these are formulas, and it's just that sometimes we like to sit on the fence and we blame everything else, but except ourselves.
We don't
But
look inside.
yes, it's in our heart. To make our marriage, it starts within our heart.
And then also away from the Bible only, they are life skills. Love is a skill. You learn some of these things you didn't grow up even seeing, but you have to learn them. When you talk about communication, because one of the things that ruins marriages is communication. So acquire the skills on how to communicate. We are in a lucky generation. A lot of free information is on the internet. A lot of resources. A lot of things are organized to teach people about how to communicate. That communication you learn to do in office, with other work colleagues, etc. Same skills are applicable also. Learn them for your marriage. Acquire the skills. The skills even to maintain a home management. Those are all skills. We are not born when we do it, but you can't be there with a disorganized home and you think your marriage will be happy.
Even the birds know how to do that. See
The
how
birds
they
are
hear them.
passing.
Anyway, thank you very much for listening to us, and we hope that you are going to continue demystifying some of these myths as you work towards becoming better. It's a journey.
Yes.
And sometimes things fail. Pick yourselves up, walk again, and do it every other day.
Yeah.
Just like how God's mercies are new every morning. Also choose every morning to work on those areas where you're struggling, until one day when you conquer them and you enjoy your life to the fullest.
Yeah, and if you're grappling with anything, the Couple Binders, we have this space to support you, to journey with you in your marriage. Check out our website, www.thecouplebinders.com, to find out how we support couples. We do one-on-one sessions, we organize talks, we organize events. Come and get support. Live marriage has a formula.
Bye. See you. Ciao.